Thanks, Jerry. You're very kind for those kind words. In terms of the stack of proclamations, I travelled very light this morning. I have one small bag, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. But anyway, we'll get them back. Look, I've been the Consul General for the Midwest, Ireland's Consul General for the Midwest for the last 4 years. There goes one of my gifts. For the last 4 years, covering 13 states, the 13 states, I suppose, of the Midwest, based in Chicago. I'm pretty sure that I've been to Cleveland and to Ohio more than any other state, and there are different reasons for that. But primarily, can't hear?
Yeah, you have to get really close to it.
Boom, boom. Will I start again? No. I was in mid-flow. I think I've been to Cleveland quite possibly more than any other city, apart from Chicago, obviously, which is where me and my family live. And there are different reasons for that. One of the early reasons, was because our Taoiseach, our Prime Minister, visited Cleveland back in October 2012, I think it was, which seems like a lifetime ago now. And that was really, I suppose, the kickstart to my relationship with Cleveland, because in the course of that visit and in subsequent years, some wonderful people gave me just some incredible help. They went out of their way to help me, particularly when the Taoiseach was here. And for me, as a relatively new and young Consul General, to have a community down here who really rode in behind what was, for me and for Ireland and for Cleveland, a very important visit, was really extraordinary. People like Jerry Quinn, obviously, people like Tom Scanlon, Ed Crawford, Jim Boland, Mark Owens and Maria, who've helped me over the years, been so kind to me, John O'Brien, Sheila Crawford. One of the high points of that visit was when we visited the most beautiful garden and we saw the amazing layout there, and it really is a fantastic thing. And Jack Cale as well. Jack had the privilege of bringing me to my first ever American football game. Cleveland Browns playing, I think, the Cincinnati Bengals. And guess what? They won. I'm not sure they've won since, but they won then. And that was 3 years ago. But look, the point I suppose I'm trying to make in a rambling way is that the community down here, for me, it's an extraordinary Irish community. Quite frankly, back in Ireland, if someone had asked me to name the great Irish American cities, you would think of Boston, New York, Chicago, maybe San Francisco. Cleveland wouldn't necessarily be top of your list. But then you come here and you realise, geez, this is such an Irish city. And of course, it's not just an Irish city, it's a Mayo city. And in fact, it's not even a Mayo city, it's an ACL city. I hosted an event last night. Yesterday was the 150th anniversary of the birth of W.B. Yeats. And I mentioned to a few people, Chicago-based Irish and Irish Americans, that I was going to Cleveland today. And I think 4 of them said, oh, I have cousins in Cleveland. I have cousins in Cleveland. You know, there are so many of you, so many of us here, and it's always been a pleasure to come here. So it's bittersweet, to be honest, that this is most likely my last visit to Cleveland. I was tempted to extend it overnight if the last game in the playoffs had gone better, because tonight could have been a great night. It still will be. They'll still win the series. They just won't win it tonight. But I'll be sitting back in Chicago tonight, cheering on LeBron and the Cavs and so on. But only on condition that you guys cheer on the Blackhawks tomorrow night, because we're going to win tomorrow night, and that'll be that done. But look, it's been fantastic. When I came here 4 years ago, the Irish economy had tanked. we're now going in a much better direction, fastest growing economy in Europe. That's thanks to a lot of people back in Ireland. It's also thanks to a lot of very good friends we have in cities like Cleveland. Some of the people I've mentioned already. We didn't make the progress we wanted to make on things like immigration reform. We'll get there eventually. So it's up and down, but for me personally, for my family, and I wish they were here today, they're actually attending a farewell brunch that I'm the guest of honour at in Chicago. But by location, I've mastered a lot of things, not that. Look, there's beautiful soda bread, tea, cakes, even a drop of wine waiting over there. So all I want to say is, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, Cleveland. It's really been wonderful. I think you've got a great city here with a great future ahead of you, and the best of luck with that. So, go raibh Mila Mahagwib Guler. Thank you.
The committee's presentations here. Colleen, you're going to have to help me here. Now, this is from
Mayor Mike Byrne from the City of Parma Heights.
Mayor Mike Byrne, City of Parma Heights. Nice proclamation.
Has there. Mayor Tim DeGeeter, City
Mayor
of Parma.
Tim DeGeeter of Parma. Where do you live? What city?
In Parma, the 7th largest city.
That's what I thought.
And also a resolution from the City of Cleveland from Council President Kevin J. Kelly. For you, City of Cleveland.
Thank you.
And this is from
Mayor Frank Jackson.
Mayor
City of
Frank
Cleveland.
Jackson. This is from the Ohio Senate.
This is from our good friend, Senator Tom Patton. And you've met Senator Patton. Yes.
And this is a nice letter from a senator, Sherrod Brown.
Sherrod Brown.
And a nice letter from Senator Rob Portman. And guys, you're going to have contacts with the government here.
Let's just stay.
Let's stay. And this is from the Mayo Society of Cleveland. This proclamation. We won't read any of those because we'd be here all night. But probably the biggest thing of all, and I don't know how you're going to get this back in that little bag of yours tonight, but this is a photographic history of the city of the Irish in Cleveland. And it's got some of the landmarks there. You can see them. The Irish Country Garden, World Champion Irish Dancers, Murphy Irish Dancers. Mark Owens is right here with his. So this, you can take a look at this. I think you'll enjoy it. And this was made by Tom Malloy photography. And I think Tom is with us. This is, where are you, Tom? Did he leave me already? Told me he was going to be here. Tom Malloy was the man that put this together. And I heard you take a look at it. Aidan, if you're not running my way, nobody will see this. Up until now. And we figure out a way to get it, to get all those things back. Now, finally, I just want to say, with this, I mentioned Bridget Linton was here before. She just came in. Bridget, stand up there, former Rosa Trelli. And you also see her on Fox Sports of Ohio. You see it all the time. Also, we have with us the president of the West Side Irish American Club, John O'Brien. John, great supporter. The West Side IA supports the Mayo Ball every year, and thank you, John, for all your help. John has a huge festival coming up in a few weeks at the Berea Fairgrounds. I urge all of you to attend. It's one of the best festivals in North America. I think that concludes everything except I want you. Right now we're going to have our dancers, are we? Are they ready? The Murphy Irish dancers are going to be on in a minute, and also if they're not ready, we will get the roundabouts to play some music. If they're with us again this year, stand up. Christine, you seem to be the boss of the roundabouts. Christine, wow, you're the manager. I told her she was the roadie for the roundabouts. Here they are. The oldest one is 15. So they're great, wonderful young people. If you want to start playing now, and again, thank you all for being here today. really this is a wonderful little event that we put on every year, and it's something we want to do for our members, and we will continue to do so. Good luck to our students that are going off to Galway, and to the students coming out from Galway. And once again, I can't emphasize enough how important it is, our relationship with John Carroll University, with Dr. Jean Conlon, the provost, and of course all of you that support the event.